If you want to dumb the game down to make it more accessible, that's fine. But you don't have to make it literally so a fucking Gumball 37 can pick it up and start beating top players. You shouldn't make it like that. It shouldn't be like that, period. I've been playing a lot of DOA5 last round. I prefer to play DOA5 last round over 6, and it's really not the reasons that a lot of people would think so. You know, people probably think that I just don't like playing DOA6 because, you know, it's all just the system, but it's really not just the system. It's really not just the system, and that's the issue. It's more than the system. It's the look of the game. It's the feel of the game. It just doesn't feel right to me. And it took me to really go back and play DOA5 last round to realize that. You know, from the outside looking in, when you play DOA6 and you're used to playing it without going back and playing these other DOA games, you're really kind of just accustomed to the game at this point after 2 years, you know what I mean? Playing DOA5 last round, man, and just feeling the flow of the game, how natural the game feels, how skillful the game feels. Don't get me wrong, there's stuff about DOA6 that's good. You know, and I did make a video recently talking about pretty much giving a review on DOA6 and why I think DOA6 is an absolutely terrible game. However, I did mention that I think that DOA6 is not a great DOA game. You know, if DOA6 came out and it was just another fighting game, then DOA6 will be great. But because they stuck that label on there of, you know, as DOA6, we have to judge that game very harshly, and unfortunately that's what happens. You know, the game just isn't an amazing DOA game. What we're going to be talking about today is kind of not like a rant type of thing, but definitely something that I feel like I need to talk about because there's like a lot of discussions going on right now revolving around DOA5 and DOA6, and you know, pretty much like it's like the community is at odds. Everybody wants to play DOA6, everybody wants to play DOA5, no one knows what to play. People are coming at me because, like, I've literally had people going around and saying, oh, Emery's against DOA6 and he's splitting up the community. Like, that's what people are saying. And as a content creator, and as one of the more well-known people in the community, obviously, you know, I do have a bit of influence when it comes to, you know, getting people playing certain games. Like, you guys have been in the stream, I've gotten on DOA online, and I've gotten literally 10, 15 people on there. You guys have been on the stream when I've been on DOA4, I've gotten 10, 15 people on there. But the point I'm trying to get to in this video, in this little segment of the stream here, is the reason why I push DOA6 away so much is because me personally, I just don't like the game. I don't like the game for many reasons, as well as a lot of other people in the community. And obviously people are going to play DOA6. I'm not against people playing DOA6. You're going to play whatever the fuck you want to play. We're all adults here, okay? I'm not sitting here putting a gun in anyone's head and saying you have to play DOA5. You don't have to play DOA4. You don't have to play DOA online. Play whatever the fuck you want to play, okay? But just because I'm a well-known DOA content creator does not mean that I have to kiss everybody's ass and keep playing DOA6 because people want to play it. You can play whatever you want to play. Do I believe DOA6 is a good game? Absolutely not. I don't believe that it's a good DOA game. As a core Dead or Alive game, from what we all well and know, I do not believe that Dead or Alive 6 is a good Dead or Alive game. Do I think that it's a terrible video game? Absolutely not. It looks good. It feels smooth for the most part. It doesn't run as clean as the other DOA games probably previously in the series did. It looks really fucking good, especially compared to this. Like, let's be honest here. DOA5 last round looks like shit. It just doesn't look great. I do believe DOA6 is the better, more superior graphically looking DOA game. I don't believe that it runs better than the other DOA games. From a system standpoint, DOA5 is far more superior. Now, I did make a post in the competitive DOA group, and I asked everyone in the group, I said, which game do you guys prefer, and which one would you go, if you had to pick, if you had to play one DOA game, which would it be? There was about 100 votes on DOA5 last round and about 40 to 50 on DOA6. That right there shows that the majority of the community, at least on Facebook, prefers DOA5 last round to DOA6, right? Even though there was still 50 people that said they would still play DOA6 over DOA5. Now let's look at it. Yes, DOA6 is more accessible. I mean, realistically, can we even say that DOA6 is more accessible? I mean, yeah, from a PC standpoint, DOA5 has no lobbies. That is a big issue, and I do agree. That is a huge issue, the fact that there is no lobbies on DOA5 on the PC version. However, there's still a free version to download on every single console, just as well as there is in DOA6. So to say that it's more accessible, I can't even say that, other than the fact that there are no lobbies on the PC version. Anyone can play this game just as well as they can go and play DOA6. So I definitely can't say that it's more accessible. But is it more accessible as far as picking up the game and being a new player? 100%. We all know that DOA6 is the most dumbed down version of DOA of all time. You guys cannot sit here with a straight fucking face and tell me it's not. DOA6 is completely dumbed down. The fucking sidestep is invincible, okay? You know, let me show you guys something real quick. I want to show you guys something. And this is just something from a gameplay standpoint that me, as a veteran legacy Dead or Alive player, can appreciate. Now, is the whole community gonna appreciate this? Not at all. You know, is it something where, you know, people are going to be like, oh, well, you just want the game to be harder and it's not fair for people who are new at the game? People actually made an argument and said that DOA6, the reason why they're not going to go back to DOA5 is because they've put a lot of time into DOA6. But did you really? Did you really need to study matchups in DOA6? Did you really need to study when you can and can't sidestep in DOA6? Did you really need to study anything? You don't. There's a hold that stops all 4 fucking hit levels at one time. You don't even need to know strings in the game, bro. Like, how much work did you really need to do? Like, let's really talk about that. How much work did you really need to do to become a decent DOA6 player opposed to the other games? You know what I'm saying? So I want to show you guys something. So this string right here, we know is one of the most widely annoying strings in DOA history. Okay, there's a reason why this string was super annoying in this game, and I'm going to show you guys in case you didn't know. Again, me putting a lot of hours and time into this game, I know that this is probably going to work still. So do you see what just happened right there? You see how I got hit by that third attack? I know as a legacy DOA5 player that you cannot sidestep that string unless you do it the correct way. So meaning, you cannot just spam a sidestep and avoid the string. You have to know when to sidestep, okay? I know as a legacy DOA player from years ago that you have to wait for the last punch to effectively sidestep this string when it's fully done. If you try to sidestep the first attack, you're gonna get hit. If you try to sidestep the first initial attack, I believe you get hit. Let me see. I believe that if you sidestep, yes, you get hit. You cannot just randomly throw out sidesteps. Now, this is something that people think is a good thing in DOA6. The fact that you can just throw out now look, in DOA6, if Christie, first of all, you can stop that string by just sidestepping in general, which I do agree with. Do I agree that you shouldn't be able to sidestep this string at all from the start? No. If I start off like this, I should be able to sidestep the beginning of that string, but in this game, you can't do it. You will get hit if you try to sidestep it. If you try to do a sidestep attack, I mean. In DOA6, if you sidestep any point of this string, you are going to get away from all 4 attacks. The point I'm trying to make is that I put the time in to learn when I can sidestep this string. And it's right here. I know that for a fact. No other part of that string can be sidestep attacked except for that one. And as a legacy player, someone who put time in to learn that about this Christie string, it's a slap in the face to me because it's like I did all that for nothing. That doesn't even carry over into the next game. Everyone is smart in DOA6. Everyone is a good sidestepper in DOA6. You don't ever really hear, damn, that was a good ass sidestep that person did, because the sidestep is universal. It avoids every move that has no tracking properties. Now, this is why I don't like DOA6, because I know as a legacy player that that's how that string works. Now, don't get me wrong, you can always just sidestep the move and not do an attack, but what I'm saying is that's even more skillful than just throwing out a random attack. What I'm trying to say is that the sidestep mechanic in DOA6 is completely brain dead. It is completely brain dead. I agree, it's brain dead. Look, guys, go look at the average DOA6 match and look at how many times a sidestep is done. You don't need to know the strings. You don't need to know the properties of the strings. You don't need to know when and when you can't sidestep something. You can legitimately just do it. and someone who puts the time in deserves to sidestep that move. I deserve to sidestep the move because I know better, you know what I'm saying? Look at Tekken. I don't like comparing DOA to Tekken because they're two completely different games. But in Tekken, if you see somebody do some shit like this, you're like, yo, that dude put his time in. He knows. He knows that you can free walk that move. He knows that you can do this and that. In DOA6, that's all out the window because everyone can fucking do it. You get what I'm saying? So that's really my biggest issue with the game. It's not even really that the ground game is trash in DOA6. It's not even the fact that, you know, the game runs like shit or any other stuff. It's just the simple fact that people who have put literally time invested into this game, it's all gone to shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what my issue is. It's just that the game is just so fucking dumbed down. You know, I'm not saying that you should have to be a hardcore legacy player to be good at DOA, but what I'm saying is if you put the time in, bro, reward those fucking players. You know what I'm saying? Like, please, reward those players for putting their time in, because a person who picks the game up for 2 weeks and a person who's been playing the game for 10 years, they're pretty much all the fucking same at this point. Especially when it comes to string knowledge, you know, punishment and things like that. It's just not the same, you know? There are players that I have played in DOA5 last round that I play in DOA6. And when I tell you, those players are 30,000 times smarter and better at DOA6 than they will ever be at this game. And the reason for that is because the game is easier. And I'm not throwing shade, I'm just telling the truth. I'm literally just telling the truth. You can't just lay on the floor as long as you want and avoid my pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're invincible in DOA6. Your sidestep's invincible. You're on the ground, it's invincible. It constantly resets the neutral of the game. Why would I want to play a game where I literally have to keep getting my neutral reset just because of the way the game is? That's not how a fighting game should be played. That's not how any fighting game should be played. Fighting games, guys, I hope you understand, were not meant to be easy. Do people understand that? Fighting games were not supposed to be easy. They weren't. They were supposed to be hard, which is why nobody really plays fighting games. But the people who do, only the strong survive. You put the time in, you deserve the reward of being good at a fighting game. You shouldn't just be able to pick up a fighting game and be good at it. That's not how it should fucking work. It's not. It's not how it should be. If you put the work in, you deserve to be good. If you don't, you don't. It's period. You want to go pick up Call of Duty and start shooting at people and killing them after 2 seconds of playing the game? Go do that. Now, another thing. I want you guys to understand that while I do like Stagger Escape, I don't think that it's necessary to be in DOA. I do agree that Stagger Escape should be gone, and I'm starting to realize why. DOA6 doesn't need Stagger Escape. I do agree that Stagger Escape was an old school mechanic that was completely unnecessary. That's my issue with Tekken. There's so many different things in Tekken that make Tekken a hard game for no reason. Tekken doesn't need to be as hard as it is. DOA didn't need to be as hard as it is. But you didn't have to make the game fucking a million times easier. Make it 2 times easier. You know what I'm saying? Not a million. They made DOA6 a million times easier, bro. If you want to dumb the game down to make it more accessible, that's fine. But you don't have to make it literally so a fucking Gumball 37 can pick it up and start beating top players. You shouldn't make it like that. It shouldn't be like that, period. I legitimately got on DOA6 yesterday, and I played with my boy Gruff, and I was legitimately sitting there playing the game, and I'm like, bro, I don't feel any love while I'm playing this game. I have no enjoyment in this game, bro. None. The only reason why I've played DOA6 as long as I did and have is because it's the newest entry in the series. And guys, it's hard to go back to this. It's hard to go back to DOA6. I mean DOA5. It really is. It's not easy. Especially when there's no lobbies on the fucking best version of the game. DOA is dead, yeah? If you think so. I mean, DOA is no more alive than it's ever been. The DOA community has always been a very small and niche community. It's never been big. So if you want to call DOA dead, go ahead and call it dead. I mean, it's never been alive. The game has always struggled with its player base. DOA has always had a small player base, but we do what we can to try to keep the game alive. That's all that matters.